guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2019 season. I really hope, I'm like having dreaded thoughts now, thinking back to recording the past episodes saying 18 still, but I probably haven't. I'm probably just a little bit sleepy, so that's probably all it is. But we are going to continue on with this Xerneas Groudon team this week. We've got Smeargle and Incineroar supporting cast there with Tapu Koko and Bronzong, our Trick Room setter. So without further ado, let's get into it. As always guys, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and do make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because we have lots of Pokemon content coming out, VGC 19 stuff, as well as guides as well, so do keep an eye out for those. And we will be covering all of the restricted Pokemon in the Sun series, and we have got a very good friend of mine, so excellent. Going up against Aaron, as you all will know, the very famous VGC player from the United States, Cybertron. So playing a very cool team, and I think it's a team that I mentioned one of our players yesterday or the day before was playing piloting, and I did say that it looked a lot like one of the teams that Aaron had been piloting on Showdown, which is the Cresselia, the Ferrothorn, Tapu Lele, Groudon, Kyogre and Ludicolo. So it did give us a lot of problems. It was the Lele with the psychic terrain, but I think there was an Amoonguss where the Ferrothorn was, and the Amoonguss was really awkward because we couldn't get our Hypnosis going with Bronzong the way we wanted it to. So I am going to bring Bronzong to this match. It is going to be really important for us to get the Trick Room up. We've got to be aware that Cresselia probably carries Trick Room as well, but if we can get the Trick Room, Gravity and then the Hypnosis going, it's going to be like super nice for us. But it's not going to be easy. We're going up against Aaron, who's like one of the best players ever. So let's see what we can do. I know I want to go Trick Room mode. I don't know if I want to lead with Groudon. I kind of want to lead maybe with Smeargle. Bring Groudon in the back, and I definitely, do I want Incineroar, or do I want to have a mode where I can potentially get Xerneas going at the end of the game? I think maybe Xerneas. Let's go with that and see how it goes. But regardless, it's always a pleasure going up against Aaron, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, fellow NBL player as well, so make sure you don't miss any of the NBL stuff that we have coming out at the minute. There'll be a team builder on Friday, that'll be over on Alex's channel, and then the match itself will be on my channel this Saturday. And make sure that you check out Aaron and Baz's team as well. Team Cyber Baz, one of the strongest teams in the NBL, so make sure you don't miss anything over on their channels as well, and I'll link them all in the description below. So we've got Groudon and we've got Cresselia coming out for our opponent, which is fine. Like, we can get the Trick Room up if we want to. The question is, does like Aaron kind of predict us to go Trick Room? Because one option we could go for is Trick Room ourselves and then go for Transform, potentially with our Smeargle into the Groudon. Or we could just play it safe and fake it out. But if we can get like a Groudon, maybe, yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for the Transform into the Groudon, and we'll try and get a Trick Room up. There's Fire Punch. Okay, we take the, oh, it's into our Smeargle. Okay, so we take that a lot better. We're revealing that it is Life Orbed as well, and the double up into that slot. But we are going to be able to take it. We're going to get the Trick Room up, which is nice. I guess it means that Smeargle does survive that turn. Now we can get the Gravity up, and we can potentially just sack our Smeargle and just go for Precipice Blades and just get some damage off, and then it gives us room to get the Gravity up and then get our own Groudon in and start doing some stuff. So Cresselia going to go for another Psychic. It's going to be into Groudon. It's going to remove it from the field, so we're probably going to see a Precipice Blades. Not just a Fire Punch, but revealing that we are heat proof. We'll take that pretty comfortably. And seeing that Life Orb there. So we'll be able to get a Groudon in now. Okay. And we've got the Hypnosis as well, which makes it so much easier to kind of deal with. So I'm going to Hypnosis the Cresselia, because that's the one thing that's kind of stopping us. And I'm going to Swords Dance as well with Groudon, because we want to try and start building momentum as quick as we can here to make use of these Trick Room turns. So Groudon I'm going to protect. I guess Cresselia probably, if it doesn't have a Lumberry, then we stop the Trick Room being set up and we get a free Swords Dance, which is like super nice. It's got a berry. It hasn't got a berry, so it's going to be asleep for at least one turn, which is ideal for us. So we can get the +2 and then we can start just throwing out these blades. But we can just make sure by just hypnosising the Groudon as well, because like depending on its bulk, it might be able to take a +2 blades. I don't know. Like I'm still so new to the format. I'm not really familiar with calcs yet, so do give me a little bit of leeway from that side. So we are going to get the Hypnosis on the Groudon just to stop it doing anything this turn. We know it's Life Orb, so there's no potential berry there. We're going to get a big... Oh, Cresselia wakes up, goes for a Psychic. It's going to be into Groudon. We are going to get a +2 Precipice Blades off into both targets. I wonder if Cress has got like Citrus Berry. So yeah, it doesn't do quite enough to Groudon. So we can just go for that Hypnosis again into Cresselia and just go for another Precipice Blades. And we should be able to remove both targets from the field now. There's a Helping Hand, so he's hoping that this Groudon wakes up. And imagine it's a speed tie with our Groudons, because I'm Brave Min speed. And Groudon actually sleeps. So like his hope there was really, it was kind of pinned on him waking up, getting the Helping Hand Precipice, which probably takes down both. Well, it probably doesn't take down our Groudon, but it would definitely take down our Bronzong, which makes it a lot easier for Aaron going forward without the Hypnosis threat. So the Sunlight does fade, Dimensions turn back to normal, so we want to try and get our Trick Room up again. It's likely we're going to see Kyogre though come in. Ferrothorn. And Kyogre. Yeah. So this, like, it's not over by any means. Like, at all. Okay, so we've got +2 Groudon. I don't know if Bronzong takes a Water Spout from this range. It probably doesn't. And we need to try and get Groudon out. So it means resetting our boosts. What do we do? We could just go for Hypnosis into Kyogre and then not bother going for the Trick Room, switch into Xerneas and hope Xerneas takes like the Water Spout, which I expect to come out. I don't expect Bronzong to take it, but by some means, if it's Origin Pulse or something like that and we take it, we can get Kyogre put to sleep. But yeah, it's just going to be Water Spout. This will be enough to take down the Bronzong. There's a chunk to Xerneas, and the Ferrothorn's probably going to be enough to take, yeah. Like, we needed a miss there. We needed a miss. Wow, Xerneas actually takes it. Okay. That's pretty incredible. I didn't expect that at all. Okay, so we're going to see Groudon come in. We win the Weather Wall, which is always nice. We're just going to see a Water Spout come out again. So one thing... Do I just attack the Ferrothorn? Like, the Ferrothorn probably wants to go. Like, yeah, I think I do. I think I keep Xerneas around. Because if it's Scarf Kyogre, I'm not really sure what Aaron's running, but if it's Scarf Kyogre, and it probably likely outspeeds Groudon. Like, we want, yeah, okay. So we should take, Okay, we're not even, but maybe the Iron Barbs actually procs a berry. If it does, then that's like perfect for us. If this procs a berry, then this, does it? It does, okay. Okay. We might be able to do something. I don't think we will, but we might. We're still hanging by a thread. This is pretty exciting though, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Right, so we need a precipice to hit now, and by some luck or fortune then we need Xerneas to outspeed Kyogre, because a Moonblast here damage would be incredible. Nah. So at least it's double target though. There's no way we there's no way we damage Kyogre enough to survive another water spout, I don't think. Not single target. Not single target, I don't think. I really don't think we do. All we can do is press the button and hop. I really don't think it's going to happen though. Like, it's still got enough health to do what it needs. Oh my god, we survive on 3! And the precipice hits! What an incredible game. What an incredible game. Okay. Wow, the margins are so fine there. The margins are so fine. Wow, that was incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I say, like, super clutch with those rolls there. Like 3 HP I think. But massive good game to Aaron, and like it's always a pleasure playing him. Make sure you do check his channel out. Not that he needs any like boosting from myself, because his channel's just amazing. He's like the original VG content creator. So like I say, just a pleasure playing him, and good games. And hopefully we bump into him again throughout this series, because it's always fun playing him. But man, whew, that was insane. So let's continue on. Breathe a little bit, and hopefully we can find a little bit of an easier opponent going into this next one. So hopefully it will be, but you can never tell on the battle spot. Watch, we'll get like Aaron again and he'll just destroy us going in. But that was a super good game. It was super close. We had like backwards and forwards, setting the Trick Room up. The Bronzong came in like super clutch for us there, and the second sleep turn and the Groudon really made the difference. Like if that Groudon wakes up with a helping hand in that situation, then that game turns out so differently, and I think Aaron just easily takes it. But enough of that game, because we got our next opponent of the day, Lorenzo, and running a team of Landorus, Tapu Fini, Latias, sorry, the ass is there with this Lati, Lugia, Yveltal, and Cortana. So Trick Room's going to be like super good here. It's just going to be difficult setting the Trick Room up, because the Yveltal puts so much pressure on Bronzong, but like there's no fake out on my opponent's team. There's just tailwind options like everywhere. So I think we can definitely get a Trick Room up for sure with Bronzong. I think Smeargle's like such good support in this situation. We do bring Groudon, and I think for the late game it's always going to be nice to have the option of Xerneas. So I think I probably will lock in with Xerneas. Like, there's always an argument for bringing Incineroar. Like the second fake out could be really nice. The dark typing as well against the two psychic types, and Cortana is very good. But if we can get the gravity set up with the blades, then we should be doing some good damage. I think we have to rely on like Swords Dancing and getting some damage off. But like the thing is as well, bringing like Xerneas as a late game Pokemon, then we can potentially like use that to boost up and then clean up. So we'll see what we do. We're going to see Landorus and Cortana come out for my opponent, so the Trick Room here is going to be pretty free for us to set up. We can just fake out the Landorus. I don't think the Landorus actually goes for Earthquake here, because the Cortana is sitting next to it. So I'm just going to Trick Room. I mean, we've got to worry about knockoff from the Cortana as well. That's also something that we need to worry about. Which could do a lot of damage, to be fair. So I might be better off just going for the fake out into Cortana, just to avoid the knockoff. I'm more scared of the knockoff from Cortana than anything else right now in front of me, so I think just making sure that that's not a thing will help. I mean, we could see like Protect Cortana and then Earthquake from the Landorus, but we might see a U-turn as well from it. Oh, just Rock Slide. Going for the slide. So, doing about 40% to Smeargle. Bronzong does flinch, which is not ideal. We'll go for the Trick Room again. Hopefully we don't get flinched. And I'm just going to go for... do I actually go for Follow Me? I don't think I do. I think it's Spiky Shield. I don't want to just give Smeargle away too quickly. Like, knockoff could still be a thing on Cortana for Bronzong, but at the same time, it's going to go for a Sacred Sword into Smeargle. So at least we break his sash there, which is always a nice thing. Landorus going for a knockoff, so no option of Rock Slide. So we definitely get the Trick Room up, which is like super nice. We lose our Berry, which is not ideal. But at the same time, we can guarantee our Gravity as well, and get... Do we get Groudon in here, or do we just Follow Me with Smeargle? Or we could transform into Landorus and get an Intimidate onto both, which is kind of nice as well. So I kind of want to do that, really, because Smeargle will underspeed both. Cortana going to withdraw, we're going to see Lugia come in. Okay. Lugia. It's another very cool designed Pokemon, really, isn't it? We get the Gravity off. Let's see what we're going to see. Both couldn't stay. Knockoff coming out into Smeargle. Gonna take us down before we can get that Transformer. But I mean, at the same time, it gives us that free switch into Groudon, which we just want in general. So that's like super nice. And I'm gonna go for... let's go Hypnosis into Landorus. And let's go Sword Stance with Groudon. Because I don't feel like the Lugia really threatens Bronzong too much with its attacks. Like, we should take an attack from Lugia. It's the Landorus going for the knockoff, and I don't want to lose my Berry too early on. So just putting that to sleep is a better option right now while we Sword Stance and get set up. And then we can Hypnosis the Lugia the next turn and just throw out some Blades. And hopefully the Landorus stays sleepy. Ooh, it's going for Calm Mind. Okay. So we definitely want to put that to sleep this next turn. Like 100%. Like, you don't want Lugia to get too carried away with Calm Mind. Like, Calm Mind Lugia is like really scary. So let's go for that Hypnosis in there, and then, like I said, no, we don't want Fire Punch. We want to just start Precipice Blading. So I don't think we take Landorus down with like +2. It's going to take 2 to take them down. So we need Landorus to stay asleep at least like 1 turn now. So Lugia going to sleep, get the Precipice Blades off, which is super nice. Let's see what the damage is like. We just need the Landorus to stay asleep. 1 turn, it does. Okay. So we can Gyro Ball and Precipice into the Lugia this next turn. We've still got, how many turns of Trick Room we've got left? 1. So this is the last one. But we've still got like 4 we've got 3 Pokemon. So yeah, we should be able to get the Lugia. So the Gyro Ball gonna do a touch. It might just be enough to put it in Precipice range, to be honest. Which it is. Okay, that's excellent. Crit on the Landorus, doesn't really matter there. And we know that we've got the Cortana to come in this next turn. Dimension turn back to normal. Be interesting to see what my opponent's got as their last 2. So we know it's Cortana. And Yveltal. Ha. Huh. Not ideal. We've got to be a bit scared of the foul play as well. I mean, I want to go for a Trick Room, but I feel like you just target down. Like, let's go Fire Punch into Cortana and Trick Room. Because I don't think Cortana's got enough to take down Bronzong. Leaf Blade we should take. Groudon should proc a Berry right now, which it does. So as long as like we don't get foul played into that slot, I think you want to target down the Bronzong with Yveltal. because you want to stop the Trick Room being set up, which means that we get the Fire Punch into Kartana, and then we've got Xerneas in the back, which can one-on-one the Yveltal all day long. So, you know, you have to worry about Snarl, but I mean, we can boost up turn 1 and then just Moonblast it for the win. So Gravity turning back to normal, take down the Kartana with the Fire Punch, and we get Xerneas in for our next one. And as I say, we should be able to just boost up here, and then the Yveltal will be pretty easy to deal with. I mean, we don't even need to boost up, but at the same time, I don't see why not. Because Snarl could be a thing, but no, we're just going to see Dog Pulse. Comes in, going for the flinch. Does it get it? No, it doesn't. So we'll be able to get this boost up and take another victory, which is always good. So kind of just really making sure here. The Fire Punch should do a massive chunk of damage. We could have really just Fire Punched and Dazzled, to be honest. Like, the position we're in, +2 Groudon in the sun, we didn't really need to go over the top. But if you can end in style, why not end in style? So we'll just Dazzle, and my opponent just forfeits. So very good game to Lorenzo, and we managed to come out with another victory at the end of the episode, and we're slowly climbing the ladder like we kind of said we wanted to. So things going alright, and we'll be back for another episode tomorrow. So that'll wrap us up for today, guys. As always, like I mentioned at the start, if you do enjoy the content, make sure you do leave a like on the video, and also make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, because we are going to have a lot of VGC 19 content on the channel, and that not only just the battle videos and playing on Battle Spot and stuff like that. I will have lots of guides coming up, like I've mentioned, throughout the episode and throughout this week, with all the restricted Pokemon. So we'll be covering each one and doing a quick guide of sample sets, partners and threats, and walls and resists and all that sort of stuff. So just covering them all to give you guys a bit of an overview with what we're looking at in this format, and then we'll do the same for each series. So there'll be a lot of work going out this season, but it'll be really worth it. So yeah, make sure you don't miss any of those. But that is that, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Have an amazing evening, well, whatever time it is, just make sure you're having fun. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all for another episode very soon. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.